us spread the word. Monday, June 26th in Cedar Hill at the Cinemark 14. Then we're going to Killeen on July the 10th. And then we're going to be in Austin on July 31st. We're also adding Houston and Corpus Christi in August and in September. So truly a blessing, Amen. Truly a blessing. So 4 volunteers, please come down, and thank all of you so much for coming out. And please just help us spread the word. You can make comments on social media, but we also are going to have this film edited, and that will also be on social media. So thank you all so much for coming.
Thank you.
Okay, number 3. Okay. We have Miss Elsie Allen, and she just saw this film, Beautifully Insecure. Miss Allen, what did you get out of this film?
Well, Dr. Amerson, I just commend you so much, and thank you for bringing this to the community. Yes. And I got out of the film, not only is God an awesome God, but he works everything out. And in the film, the young lady was so afraid. What do we have to be afraid of? And she was a believer too. Yes. And so I just want to thank you so much, because in the film, it showed us that God is a good God, and he's concerned with everything that concerns you and me. So thank you so much for the film. It was wonderful, and you will see it on my Facebook page.
Okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. And we have another volunteer. Please come forward. And what did you get out of the film?
Well, I honestly got like a lot of things out, but it's like not gonna fit into it. But it was a good film, honestly. But like right now, I'm going through like, I guess like a heartbreak. But I guess it's just like bits and pieces of it. So it's like my heart. It's like I have alopecia in my heart, because it's like it's not all the way there. Like.
My Lord. It's all right. Amen. It's okay.
Right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we have another volunteer. And this lady is a trendsetter. We have been friends for many, many years, and she has an alopecia support group, and we support one another. Amen. What did you get out of the film, Jill?
I love the fact that, well, I'll say this, kind of sort of to what the baby is probably expressing, what I tend to try to express and get people to understand is that we have to understand that we've got to love self first. And that is a big struggle, allowing what society thinks is the norm, to cover what God has given to you. And so once you learn your purpose in life, not just for yourself, but what you have to give. And that's the thing, we're not all supposed to be the same. We're not all supposed to walk, look, talk, anything like that, but we all have our own purpose. And, deeply rooted in her, and I'm sure if we were to ever get a part 2 to this, we would see her finding her true purpose, but learning to love self is the number one thing, because we got to learn to love what he created.
Amen.
And when we learn to love what we created, we can appreciate each other, okay? Because we weren't intended to all be, one and the same. And so for those individuals, the young lady, everybody else that I know, that is even knowing someone, seeing someone who is living and experiencing, alopecia, embrace it, because every book that you see, you don't know the story.
That's right.
That's so you open it up and read it. So never judge it by the cover.
That's right.
Right, thank you so much, Jimmy. Okay, we have another volunteer who's gonna share her testimony. I saw you back there. Okay, what did you get out of the film today?
Well, I was truly blessed for the film because I have experienced being a best friend to someone that has alopecia. We've been best friends for over 30 years. And so this film opened up my mind even more. Being that best friend, of course, I'm her confidant, so she's told me many, many things of how she's felt about losing her hair, and the mere fact that for the longest her husband never even saw her without her wig on. And so it hit me in so many ways because of that, because I have a personal story to go along with it, and it's going to actually help me to help her be even more comfortable with the fact that, you know, you are still the person that you were before you lost your hair. And she's, you know, been fortunate enough to find the love of her life. And he didn't care because she already was bald when she met him. So, like I said, that movie really touched me because I have a personal connection to it.
Woo, thank you so much. Pivotal. Okay, we have another young person. Wonderful. Hello.
Okay. And how did you enjoy the film? What did you get out of it?
I love the film because as a teenager, we always experience insecurities, and we always, even though we try not to, we always pass judgment off. But this opens your eyes to see, just because this person has this or that, or they look like they might have something, you don't know what their story is. You don't know what caused it. So just keep your eyes open and keep your heart open, so you can just be a listening ear or an open shoulder for that person. And that's what I got from that.
Okay,
Thank you. Much. Thank you. Okay. Is there anyone else before they kick us out? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, you know, I think it was a...
Wait, let's get you on film. Come on.
I don't really need it.
Okay,
But
okay.
I'll use it.
Okay.
I just think it was a really beautiful film. It's something that I think people need to see, this type of film, because they don't really show these type of things anymore in the mainstream. But what I got out of the film was that what I call the false evidence appearing real syndrome. You know, she had fear of all these things, but yet the guy knew that she had this affliction, you know, this condition, and you know, so she was fearing all these different things, and I think that we all kind of suffer from that type of thing. You know, we all have something that bothers us that we think everyone else either sees or is judging us over that. And, you know, I think that God just takes all of that away from us. He gives us confidence in who we are. I mean, we have to be confident in who we are because of Him, because of what He does for us. And there was a few more things, but I'm not going to take too much time.
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you. Is there
Anyone else? Anyone else? Quickly. Okay, one last thing. Let's talk about the dream. Did you all realize that was a dream? Okay. All right. Then she had to get up and fall on her knees and start praying. Do I get a witness? Anybody in the audience there? Okay. All right. Sister Brown, did you have something you'd like to share tonight? Words of wisdom?
Come on, Sister Brown.
I know you have something you'd like to share tonight. And young lady here, would you like to share anything? Yes, you. Yes, you.
Yes. Oh. Come on, you can be next. Michael, how much time do we have?
Oh, y'all are good. The next movie doesn't start for a while. Y'all have plenty of time.
Well, thank you. Okay. Okay, we have my first lady, Mrs. Nell Brown.
Yes.
I'm so glad that you came out today. And what did you get out of the film today?
Well, one thing that stuck out to me is that by her being so fearful of the truth, she wasted a lot of time.
Yeah.
Because he already knew about her, and God had revealed it to him, and then plus he had evidence from his aunt. And all the time she was wasting running, she could have been using that valuable time to be with him, building her relationship. And a lot of women today, they do that. They waste time trying to pretend to be somebody that they're not.
All right.
Instead of being themselves and being transparent and not looking to be someone else who they're not. And so, as I say to the young women today, be who you are. Be confident in who you are. And you don't need someone else to validate who God has already made you to be.
Thank you
so much. Yes, ma'am. I'd love for you to come and share. You, yes.
Yes.
Please. Okay. Anything else you'd like to add, Mr. Womack? There were so many topics. We're going to continue that on June 26th. Absolutely. We don't want to give everything away. Thank you so much for coming tonight.
Yes.
Isn't she beautiful?
Yes.
Isn't she beautiful? Very beautiful. Dr. Buchanan, I'd love for you to come down as well. What did you get out of this film?
A lot, but I'm like the young man, we don't have time for everything. I'm newly diagnosed, less than 3 months. I just got tired of wearing the wigs and the weave. I told my husband of almost 20 years, I'm sick of it. I just want to shave it. He helped me shave it. He was the first person to see it and tell me that I was beautiful. And I've been going every day since.
That's awesome.
I run a home daycare, and I have been for 10 years, and my babies love me because they know it's still me.
Amen.
Today, I texted my sister-in-law and told her where I was coming.
Yeah.
She has twins that are almost 3 years old, and she stopped everything to meet me here and be here with me.
That's beautiful.
Thank you, Crystal.
Yes.
I still have my insecurities. A lot of times I go around faking like I'm real bold and confident, and people don't know it. But I really just want to bust out and cry. So tonight, for me to stand here in front of everybody, it's a big deal.
All right. All right.
So, thank you. I didn't think I could come up here without crying, but I did that.
You did that.
Okay, I'm going to go.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Look at you.
Okay, we have one more. Now, this lady and I, we connected on Facebook.
So I'm so glad you came tonight.
It's my pleasure. It's my
Okay.
pleasure. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Fantastic.
Okay, this
Don't
is
put a lot
Dr.
of questions on me.
This is Dr. Barbara Buchanan. And what did you get out of the film? Whatever you'd like to share.
I think for me, being a woman that has had alopecia for over 45 years, I started out back when there was really no diagnoses for alopecia. And coming from a single parent home, with a mother who was heavily drug addicted, they talk about be careful of stress and things. I would like to send a message. I'm a marriage and family therapist. So families, please, please, please recognize that sometimes you will get in situations in your home and adult lives, you don't recognize that those things will spill over to your children. And your children will carry those things throughout their lives. And so something that was talked about was those stress levels.
Yeah.
That be careful of your stress levels. Be careful of what environments you put yourself into. If it's chaotic, please, please, please try to create an environment that is not chaotic for your children. That's my number one thing to say. As a girl who grew up in that type of environment, as a mental health professional, I believe that it's important that we know something that was stated, I believe, through one of the panelists, is making this normal within our society. I am so proud of you. I am so proud of you.
Amen.
It took me up to do my research and finish my research after I did my dissertation on families and how alopecia not only impacts us, it impacts those we love. Okay? So it's very important. I'm so proud of you. I have been involved for many years. I'm finally free. Okay? Amen. So my hat's off to you. Literally.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, we've got to wrap this up before they kick us out of here. Thank you all one last time for coming. You have handouts from all of the panelists, and you have my information. I'd love to help any of you who are affected. And if you have any family and friends, please spread the word. You have my information. And also, I'm a radio host. I'm the host of Ask the Hair and Scalp Doctor on DFWIRadio.com on Wednesdays between 11 a.m. and 12 noon. And we have a variety of different topics. And also, my panelists have their own radio show, so please give a shout out.
Yes, right now I'm doing I was doing the Fishbowl Radio Network, but I'm doing my radio station is in the free world doing time, and I'm doing a lot of Facebook Live at this point and getting ready for Blog Talk Radio.
Come on, we are on Blog Radio. We are at blogtalk.com/mansion, and our show is Mornings at the Mansion. And both me and my co-host, so Laura, can you stand a minute? That is my co-host, Laura Kelly. And we are doing supernatural life in no other way. Just teaching people how to be sold out to Jesus. Okay? And teaching women how to be the bling of the earth. That is what we represent in this time. So feel free to tune in and listen to everything that God has to say.
All
right.
Cool.
Thank you, and this is the end of our panel discussion, and thank you all so much for your comments for Beautifully Insecure movie viewing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Amerson.